So let me start first with this. How's it shooting in Texas? This is home for you and a little different than what, 15 years in Vancouver?
Yeah, we call it 15 and a half because we kind of got split up for COVID, but it's awesome. A lot less flying. I don't even know where my passport is right now, where I used to have it kind of plastered to me. But yeah, I get to drive to work every day and I get to drive home to my wife and kids. And, today I have a later call, so I got to help out with breakfast and, playing football with the kids in the driveway. And then I'll see them again before I leave for work later tonight. But it's great.
How old are your boys now?
I have 9 boys, 7 boy, and 4 girl. And my 4-year-old girl, she thinks she's 14. She thinks she's 24. She's a St. Patrick's Day baby. And so I'm a little concerned about her teenage years and having the additional excuse on St. Patrick's Day that it's her birthday. But we'll see. She's a tank, man.
A young lady who's going to party. I gotcha.
Probably.
The season 2 premiere set up this big rivalry, kind of a classic style rivalry between the Walkers and the Davidsons. But your character, Walker, seems to be the one wanting to, be level-headed about this thing.
Yeah, so the Davidsons were our neighbors when I was a kid from about birth to age 13 or 14. And the Walkers and Davidsons have had a long family feud, several generations. And we'll get into that. But Walker just remembers his friend Denise, who was his age, and she lived next door. And it was kind of a young budding love. They were young. But Denise was his age and Liam was his younger brother, 5-6 years younger. So he's like, I don't want to play with that kid. I want to play with somebody my age. And so Walker has a good memory other than the incident that happened that sent the Davidsons away, which we get into as well. But Liam just remembers the Davidsons as always being angry with the Walkers, mean to the Walkers, Denise Davidson always taking Walker away or Cordell to play with her. And to kind of make that even messier, Denise Davidson comes back, grown adult, and she gets the role of district attorney, which is the job that Liam had tried to get at the end of season 1 and lost a stand, but ultimately there had to be kind of a delay in the election process, and she's coming in to fill in the job. So now she's Liam's boss and working hand in hand with the Rangers, which makes it pretty difficult for Liam. And Walker just wants to keep the peace. That's his job as a law enforcement agent. But furthermore, he had a good relationship with Denise. They were kids. You think of your childhood best friend.
Will we see your real life wife, Emily, at some point in this season?
We will. So at the end of season 1, Cordell kind of made peace with all the questions he had about Emily and her death. And so we're going to see Emily more this year with the kids in flashbacks, maybe with my parents, maybe with Jerry. We'll see her from different perspectives and different angles. And it might not be until later that we see her again with Cordell.
Now, before I let you go, I know you're all about making sure that mental health is something that is common and is talked about. I wanted to know if you had a chance to see the interview that the Eagles, Lane Johnson, did with Jay Glazer over the past week.
No. Is it on YouTube or is it?
Yeah, you can definitely check it out. It's just interesting seeing how many, pro athletes now are also coming out and talking about these things. And I feel like, and I know some, football players, baseball players, say, oh, I don't want to be a role model, but that's how you be a role model, is talking about this stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I love that. I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, it's so important. It's just a funny thing because if you break your arm, you go to the doctor. But if you get a mental injury, you kind of just try and hide it and go like, I'm cool. And ultimately, just like it would with the broken arm, it becomes worse. It exacerbates, So I'm glad to hear there are people out there spreading the good word and being proud of it. I always say, don't be ashamed that you're fighting battles. Be proud that you've won so many battles that you're still here. And there's help out there. So that's wonderful. I'll watch it as soon as.
Absolutely appreciate what you do in that regard. And of course, looking forward to more of season 2. If you didn't watch the premiere of season 2, you can get caught up. We have it at our website, WCCBcharlotte.com. And of course, new episodes every Thursday night here on Charlotte CW. Jared, thanks for the time.
And I'm going to be in Charlotte for the first time this weekend for a Supernatural convention.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't
really
wait.
All those Supernatural conventions, and this is the first for Charlotte.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Cool. Well, I'm going to make sure we get a camera out there.